Hello, 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 hello. Good evening to everyone on Apam Network. It's another day for us to discuss issues about life, as we've always done. My name is Jonathan Apam. Maybe this is the first time you are seeing me on this network. I've been here a couple of times, and I am an upcoming motivational speaker and a writer. And I always like to share with my colleague youth most of the things we need to do to accelerate our successes in our life. You know, life they say is difficult and it's almost like a war. So you need to be prepared every day, every single day. You need to be prepared. You need to be doing something that will prepare your mind, prepare your structure, prepare your strategy. To be able to succeed. It's not a one-day thing. So we keep on discussing, we keep on telling ourselves, we keep on asking ourselves, what are we doing, and all that, so that we can learn more and appreciate the things we are doing to be able to succeed. This um, live, we are going to talk about building a legacy. Building a legacy. And most of us, when we hear legacy, we try to presume that anything you leave behind you when you die is what we call a legacy. So the moment you mention legacy, why are you mentioning legacy? We are not dead or we are not dying soon. But to me, your legacy is not what you leave behind when you are no more, because you don't enjoy it. So, how do we build a life of legacy that we can enjoy it before we even pass on? That's what I want us to talk about. And, you know, for me, I say that whatever you leave behind when you die is a tribute. Or let's just say it's behind you, that's a legacy to other people. The people who are going to be alive will call it your legacy. But as you live, right, as you are living now, what is your legacy? What do you turn back and see and say, this is my legacy, this is what I have built? That's your legacy. It's not what you leave behind when you are dead and gone. That is, excuse me to say, a tribute, or more or less a will, because you're going to share those stuffs to your people or to your children, your wife, your family, and all that. But let's build a life that we can benefit from and say, this is a life we have built. Now, when we say build, it's not just a one day thing. People don't just wake up a day and start putting up something and expecting it to be ready in the next day. Building takes a long time. It takes a lot of processes, a lot of effort, and so much money goes into building before you're able to build something up. So, how do I mean by we building a legacy even when we are alive so that we can enjoy that legacy before we pass on? How do we do that? Now, number one, as I did explain, legacy is not built in a day. It's a continuous process that you need to follow throughout your life so that you can enjoy the proceeds of your life. Not just to be living every day struggling hard, sweating, working hard, and you don't even enjoy what you work at, because you cannot look back and see what you have even done. You know, you are just like you are working, you are feeding on, you are working, you are feeding on, you are working, you are feeding on until you pass on. That is not a life of legacy. Now, how do you build a life of a legacy that you can enjoy it? How do you do that? Number one, attitude. Attitude is very important, because when someone sees you even for the first time, they are able to distinguish you between other people due to your attitude, your character, what you portray to people, what you allow people to know about you. Is your attitude, the reactions you give to people when you first meet them. It's your attitude, it's your character, it's you. That is your personality. So before you build a life of legacy, you need to have an attitude. You need to have a character, a personality that someone can say, as for this person, this is who he is. As for that person, this is how he is. He will not accept this, he will not accept that. And attitude goes with your principles, having principles for your life. As for this one, I am not going to touch it. As for this food, I am not eating it. As for this place, I am not entering there. I will not try it. You know, if you don't have that attitude, if you don't build that personality, you can never build a life that you will turn back and look at it and be happy that this is a life I have built. Because you have no pride in whatever you are building. You have no principles. You have no attitude. You have no character. You are just living your life the way you feel at any time, and people confuse who you are. So, first of all, you need to have an attitude, a character that people can pinpoint and say, as for Apam Jonathan, this is who he is. As for Apam, you will not go to him with this for him to accept. This is how you need to approach him. You know, that is your personality for people to know who you are. That's how you can build your life. Let's just say you want to build a house. You just start digging a foundation and start putting up anything, putting up block on block. It doesn't work like that. You need to know, what type of building am I building? Is it a story building or it's not? How many floors? You know, how many blocks do I need? If you don't have all these things, then how do you build? That is the same way applies to your life. If you want to build a life that you can turn back and look at it and be happy, you need to know exactly what life you want. Your attitude, your character, your personality is what makes you build a life. Number two, show up and be remembered. Show up. Show up and be remembered. There are some of us, we went to senior high school or even tertiary school for 3 years, 4 years, and completed. We are now working somewhere or living somewhere. And if we need anything in our school, our former school, we don't even know who to contact. And if by chance we get to know who to contact, the person doesn't even know. So you call your HR in your school, or you call your headmistress or you call the academic head in your school, or let's say your secretary, your college secretary, and he doesn't even know your name. You showed up all right in the school. Whoa. You showed up in the school, but you were never known. You are not remembered. Nobody knows you. Nobody remembers you. Nobody knows who you are. You just showed up, all right, but you're not remembered. What did you do significantly at your job? In the school you teach, in the business you work, in your office? What can they remember you of? Or you just show up and pass by and nobody even knows who you are? You need to show up and be remembered. Do something significant anywhere you find yourself, such that someone can remember you. Some of us, we go for a function and then we meet some big people, take their numbers, and it takes us a month to contact them. They will not remember you. Who is this person? I don't know you. When did we meet? Who are you? But the moment you took that person's contact, that was the moment you should send the person a message and say, sir, hi mom, hi sir, this is the number. I just took your contact. Please connect with me so that we can have more discussions. That is what we call you showed up and you are remembered. Not just to show up and pass by and nobody even remembers who you are and whether you showed up or not. And as I said, in your job, there are some people when they don't even come to work, they don't even know that somebody is absent from work. That you cannot build a life on. You need to always show up that people will remember, this person is absent. Where is he? That is your attitude. That's your character, your personality. It speaks for you when you are not even around. Number 3, be known. And best known product beats best product. Best known product beats best product. Let me explain this. There may be some best products in the market, all right? Best product that you know that these products are the best. But there are also some bad products in the market that are making so much noise in the market that people get to know them and they can buy those products even more than the best product in the market. Why? Because they are known. So you should be known. You should not only be the best, but be known. Because even if you are the best and nobody knows you, nobody wants to associate with people that other people don't know. So you need to have a life, a building a life that you can turn back and say that for me, people know me. Right? People know you. One or two people know you. Not just believing. If you are just living, you know, success is connected to people. The more successful you are, the more connected you are with people. So if you want to be successful and you are not known, you are not connected with people, I don't know how you want to be successful. Because if you are doing business, you need people. If you are doing whatever, you need people. Whatever you are doing, you want to succeed at, you need people. So if you are not known, if nobody knows you and you keep saying, as for me, I'm the silent type, as for me, I'm the silent type, I don't go close to people, I don't like public and whatever, then how are you building the success? How are you building your life? How are you building it? Because you have no idea what you mean by you are building a life of success, because you are not connecting with people. You are not known. Nobody knows you. You need to be known. That's why you have Apple, Samsung. They are best product in the market, but they keep advertising themselves. Why? Because when they keep quiet, the other tech products or the other tech companies that are not even the best product will beat them in the market. It will beat them in the market. So you need to be available. You need to be known all the time. Remind people, constantly remind people that, yes, I am here. If you are not doing that, there is no way you're going to be successful as much as you want it. Maybe you can succeed at what you're doing, but not as you want it. Because you need people to succeed. And if there are no people around you, your success is limited. And I say that master what you do. And for example, let's say I'm new in a community. I need a plumber. What will I be asking? I'll be asking people in the community, who is the best plumber in this community? Why am I asking that? Because I need the best product. I need the best service. I need quality of service. Right? So I'll be asking people, the best person, the one who knows how to plumber best, who knows how to do these things. Designer, a web designer, a graphic designer, who is the best? So you need to master your skill. You need to do. If business, you need to master it. Because the reason why you must master is that when you become unique and an expert in what you do, you keep recurring what you are doing. You don't struggle any longer. You only keep doing it. You only keep repeating it, and it gets more and far to people. But if you don't master it, you keep learning bit by bit. You keep learning bit by bit, and people don't want to associate themselves with things that will fail. So if you don't master the craft, then it's not possible you make it, because people will not want to associate themselves with things that are on trial. So you need to master whatever you are doing. If it is teaching, if it is a business, if it is any job you are doing, how you can build a life that you will turn back and say, this is a life I have built. I have the confidence in myself. It's for you to master what you do. It's for you to master, because many people are doing what you're doing. If you are a graphic designer, other people are doing it. If you are a web designer, other people are doing it. If you're a businesswoman, other people are doing business. If you are selling, other people are selling it. So how do you master your craft in a way that you can twist yourself a bit to deviate the norm? so that you distinguish yourself from other people who are doing the same thing. If you don't do that, you have no legacy. You are just following the crowd. You are following the queue of many people who are doing whatever others are doing. And this brings my mind to this. You see, we have many teachers, many nurses, social workers, government workers, office workers, doctors, and once they complete school and they start work, they say, yeah, let me go back to school, get my master's, and come back for promotion. You know, they have tried all these things. And you see, all these academic credentials are good, but they don't necessarily push you to the top, because you have to build a life in a company. You have to build an attitude, a personality in a company that a company can trust you. Not just going to school for a certificate, but being able to gain the trust of the company owners or your employer, to know that I can entrust a certain position, a higher rank position, to someone. So don't concentrate on building the certificate. Don't concentrate on building the CV. Concentrate on building a life in a job, building a life in a company, building a life in a business that people can trust. People can leave it into your hands and go and sleep, and they'll be happy. They can sleep and will not think and will not have headache. That is what push people up. In your school, what are you known for? What do you do? What additional value do you add to your school? What would they remember you in case you don't come to school and they need somebody to do something? What would they remember you of? There are so many of us in our schools that we teach, in the clinics that we practice our nursing, in the hospitals we practice our medicine, and whatever. You just go in, do your job, and leave. That is not a life of legacy. You will not turn back and be happy. You wouldn't. You only receive your pay, your salary, and go home. You are adding no value to people. You're only doing your job. That is not a legacy. Maybe when you are no more, they will say there was once a doctor here, there was once a teacher here, there was once a nurse here. But to you, as you are alive, you will never even look back and be happy, because you are absolutely doing nothing apart from your job. Be serious. Another point I say is what? Be serious. Let's put all joke aside. This life is very serious and it's very complex. That's true. As a business girl, even there are days I don't get orders, but I still advertise. That's good. And some days, someone will contact me referring to my previous advert, and I hurry and get the order. You see? So you need to continue to advertise yourself, sell yourself, let people know you. Because even Apple is still marketing, Samsung is marketing, Nokia is marketing. You see, everybody's marketing, because if you are even the best and you are not known, nobody will buy. That's the truth. Your personality, if you are the best, if you have skills, if you have talent in you and nobody know it, you know, I mean, it's going nowhere, because you alone cannot make yourself a great person. You need people. You need to be surrounded by people, and those are the people going to push your name up. So if you are not known, if you don't consistently put yourself out there for people to know you, you are as nothing as the person who has nothing, or who has no character, who has no personality, who has no talent. It's the same way. You are only saying to yourself, I have this talent, I have this skill, but it's inbuilt. Nobody sees it, nobody knows it. So you need to know, I have to sell myself, sell your ideas, sell your skills, advertise them, and be serious. Like I'm saying, when you go to the market, you might see someone selling a very beautiful product, nobody is buying. And you see someone selling anything anywhere. And because of the enthusiasm, the charisma of the person, what the person looked like, people will be buying. Your personality, be serious. Attach everything in your life with seriousness. No jokes. Because everybody is hunting. It's just like going to the bush to hunt. Everybody is hunting and looking for meat in this life. And that's our success. So if you are not serious, someone will pass you by. If you are kidding or you are joking, by the time you realize an opportunity has passed you by. So you need to be serious. Take your life to the serious level. It's not a joke. Every person wakes up every day finding opportunities. But you are sitting down, waiting for someone to find opportunity and call you to come and work. So you keep telling yourself, I want to look for the best job. I want to look for the best job. That is not a legacy. Job is not a legacy. You cannot leave your job to anybody when you die. Is that a legacy? No, it's not. And you don't even enjoy it. Many people don't even enjoy their jobs. They even complain about the salaries, they complain about services, they complain about a whole lot of things, a whole lot of treatment. That is because it's not what you love to do. What you love to do is inside of you, and that's your talent. Just be known. Just be serious. The last thing I want to talk about, or the next thing, let me say, I suppose, be the first option. I told you, many people are doing what you do. You are a businesswoman, people are also selling. You are selling tomatoes, someone is also selling tomatoes just beside you, or behind you, or in front of you. Right? You are doing whatever you are doing, and others are doing the same thing. So, this world has so many options, and many people are looking for the best option. Are you the one? When someone hears of an opportunity and wants to share with people, if the opportunity needs only one person, would you be the best option? That's what you should be asking yourself. Are you the best option when it comes to whatever you are doing or whatever you are good at? Are you? Or you are just part of the option? If you're part of the options, then you can necessarily for opportunities, but they will never come. Best option takes it. That's the fact. Anybody who needs a service or a product wants the best. They don't want someone in the middle. Okay, I'm good, I'm not good, or I'm trying my best. They don't need such people. They need the best person. Are you? If you are not, then you should be looking at ways to make yourself the best. What would you do to make yourself the best? By learning, by practicing, by asking questions, being inquisitive, and a goal-getter. You should be able to know that once you are the best or you are the first option, opportunities will come so many that you cannot even, finish them or complete them. Example, you can see someone in your locality. Let's say we have about 3 or 4 or 5 barbering shops or saloons, right? You see a small saloon somewhere, it's not even well decorated. And those that are well established, people don't go. What does it tell you? It tells you the person who has received a lot of customers and keep receiving a lot of customers has something unique that the others don't have. And that is the best. He's the first when it comes to barbering or saloon services in the locality. If you become the best, these opportunities will keep coming, and you realize these people get tired, and you go to shave your hair, they tell you, "Ty, we are closing." And you are like, "Oh my goodness, this is painful. I needed you to shave my hair tonight because I have a program tomorrow and I don't know where to go else." Meanwhile, there are other people giving saloon services, but you wouldn't go. Why? Because this is the best. Be the first option. If you're the first option, then forget. Many people want the best. And absolutely everybody wants the best. And if you are not the best, then forget. Just the best. Whatever ways you pass through to be the best, do. If you need to take up a course, if you need to consult people, if you need to learn on the internet, if you need to use YouTube, if you need to ask people, if you need to ask questions, do to be the best. Be inquisitive, be eager. If you are not, you are never going to be the best. yourself with people who already have the trust of others. You need to sell yourself by associating yourself with the people who already have the trust of people. That is why I'm on Amamansin network. Why? Because Amamansin has already gained trust of many people. So many people are following her, and they are getting testimonies. They are talking about how they have been transformed, their lives have been transformed through her network. So, as a person who is building myself, who is building my career, what do? I get in touch with her to tap that trust. So, someone sees Apam Jonathan talking on Amamansin network, and the person trusts Amamansin. That means sorry, I think our network just did some miracle. That means Amamansin is trusted, right? Apam Jonathan is trusted. Since Amamansin is trusted by so many people and she has allowed Apam Jonathan to be on her network, it means she also trusts Apam. And what does that mean? It means other people who see me on her network will trust me. So associate yourself with people who have already gained the trust of others. That's how you can build a life full of legacy, and people will talk about you even in your absence. And you turn back and you're happy. Is that me who built this life? Yes, it's you. So henceforth, don't say your legacy is what you die and leave behind. No, it is what you do during your life and you turn back to be happy. This is what I have built. This is what I have built. All my efforts combined to become this product. And before you do that, you need to have attitude, you need to sell yourself, you need to be known, you need to be the first option when it comes to anything, and you need to master your craft. Master whatever you do. Master it. It's not about comparing yourself with other people, but mastering what you do. Because if you don't master, other people are doing what you're doing. And once they are looking for people, they are looking for the best. That's how you master it. That's how you become the best option or the first option for anybody who is looking for a service or a product. And as I said, when you link up with people who are trusted by other people, you gain the trust. That's why people come up with products. They want Joy News. They want the media stations to broadcast them. Why? Because if the nation trusts their product, then it means the public will trust it. But if you don't associate with people who are already trusted in the system, it is difficult for you to break through for people to trust that this is a product. Because, for you to gain trust is really difficult. But that is your resource. That's your gold mine. The more people trust you, the more successful you become. And the more successful you become, the more you are attracted to all social media handles. All social media handles. Let's get to talk more. And on every Friday, the same time, we will meet to talk about life. As I said, as a young guy, as a young lady, it is really difficult about life. And you have so many aspirations, so many dreams, so many views, so many ideas, potentials, but to put them together is really difficult, tough. Most especially you have no resources. But on my platform, I get to share with you how you, a person without connection, how you, a person without the needed resources, whatever little you can do to make sure you are accelerating your success. That's what I talk about. So join me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere on the social media, so that we get to talk more. And I'm most happy to meet you tonight, and I know you are blessed. Let's keep the discussion ongoing by connecting with me and liking my pages so that we continue our talks next time when we meet same time every Friday around the same time. Wherever you find yourself, whatever time you see this, is the same time every Friday. Thank you very much for tuning in and listening.